packing the bowl and poking the holes. Brought to you by hookahforlife.com.
Alright, number 2 of the 3 things you need to know in order to have the perfect session, and that is packing the perfect bowl. Packing the perfect bowl will define how your smoking session will turn out. If it's packed too tightly, it will cause it to be hard to pull air through, which will also burn the top of the tobacco, and make it really harsh and not a very good session. If it's too loose, it'll burn out the tobacco very quickly and be very nasty at the end. So you want to make sure you pack this perfectly in order to have an excellent session. And trust me, it does matter. Alright, so now we're going to pack the bowl. As you remember in the beginning, I did mention about getting 2 tongs. The reason I say get 2 tongs is because I prefer to use one just for packing the tobacco and one for the coal. Otherwise, when you handle wet tongs and use the coals, it will definitely build up a residue and become pretty disgusting to use. So always get 2. Otherwise, if you're comfortable using your hands, go ahead and use your hands. But I prefer to use the tongs. So what I like to do is first grab the hookah tobacco, the shisha. I'm going to take it out of the container. Shake it up a little bit, get the juices a little going. Take it out, stir it around a little bit. Now the first thing you want to do is make sure you break up the tobacco as much as you can. This will give you this will allow you to be able to pinch it little bit by little bit to fill up the tobacco without large clumps. We want to keep it loose but firm. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a little bit at a time here and start placing it into the bowl. Now when you're filling up the tobacco bowl, or the hookah bowl, you want to make sure that you're not overfilling. Overfilling can definitely ruin the session, make it hard to smoke, and take forever to burn the tobacco. You'll also always get that wet tobacco at the bottom that was untouched. And that's because of bad packing. So you want to go little bit by little bit, layering it evenly across. So once I get the bottom there, I'll be able to go ahead and start working my way up. Definitely keep an eye on how it's going. I always like to do is set my tongs at the top of the bowl like this. This will allow me to see that I haven't reached the top, and that way I can stay on the inside of the top of the bowl. And that's the perfect place to fill up your tobacco so that it burns evenly and thoroughly. Alright, so that's perfect to me. I packed it lightly but firmly and pinch by pinch so that I can have an even burn. And let's do the tong test. As you can see, it doesn't touch. Perfect, we're good to go. Having a perfect hole formation will provide an even smooth burn with easy airflow. And this will definitely affect how your hookah session will turn out. Now, I have a patented hole formation that I'd like to show you and be happy for you to show anybody else. This is something that I came up with over the years and I find it very effective. First, I like to start by grabbing the bowl and using the tin foil. I like to do shiny side down. This will block in the heat. Place the foil over the bowl like this and wrap it around. Give it a nice tight seal like that. And then I like to smoothen it up on top, giving it a nice firm seal. It's important to get no air gaps in there so that the air is only coming from the top. So now you can either use the poker that comes with your tongs if you have a really good one. You want a very sharp pointed end. Or sometimes you can use a toothpick or a nail. Whatever you have around that's best and sharp, because the pointier the better. So I always like to start on poking the hole is to go straight down the middle and right through the hole that's in the middle of that bowl. After that, I like to poke holes across like a T-shape, then circular, and then 1 on the edges and 3 around, giving a circular pattern. Now, if you do this, it definitely will give you the best session. Trust me, I've tried many different ways of doing it, and this is the best I've had.
For more information on the hookah lifestyle, visit hookahforlife.com for tutorials, buyer's guide, tips and tricks, and much, much more.